I'm the head of personnel on Scarlet. I am also the only person on Scarlet. Which means what better time to figure out the tag? Darkness is incredibly dangerous. I'm scared of the dark. Well, if I'm scared of the dark, let's get power up and running. Okay, I have established solars. Let me take this. Yeah, okay. Set up dish first. Okay, so I fiddled with this thing for like 4 hours solo and couldn't figure it out, and then went back the next day and someone else had like set it up and then left, so I was still alone, but there was a setup here and I took a screenshot, so we're gonna use that. um, okay. Okay. I got these things. We got one of these. All of the outputs. Like that. And all of the red ones. Oh, oops. They're blue. Oh well, that's fine. Change it back to red. Dish goes out. And that's nitrogen, and then we get oxygen. Okay, and then a mixer here. How do I make the arrows go the other way? How do I make it at... I have no idea how they did that. Okay, so the dots just change the... It needs to be this way, but the arrows need to go the other way. What if I build it... I can't, okay. Gas mixer, okay. I can build it. 2 steel. Construction. That's the same thing. Does the guidebook tell how to do it? Engineering. Atmospherics. Gas manipulation? Okay. Mixing and filtering, yeah. Mixing and filtering, okay. Gas mixer. Yeah, got that. But how do I make it go the other direction? I have an idea. I need the arrows to go that way. So I will just get the pipes to go around. And there we go. It's janky, but it works. Okay. And then that is for the tag setup hot loop thing. Okay. So this, the side port is the nitrogen, so I think it's 7822, something like that, or like 7426. It doesn't matter. I'm a fave and I can breathe whatever. I'm the only one here. This needs to be on. This needs to be on. They all need to be on. Tag. HV wires run through here. Here is the turn that they've got. Okay. Tag in place. Time to get wires. This is probably just dumping oxygen into the... Oh, well, it's fine. Okay. Pipes. Wires? Did I say wires? I meant pipes. This thingy. Cold loop looks simpler, so we're gonna start there. Goes up. That goes down. That goes down. That goes over. There's one there, and then they've got one of these. And a connector port. Okay, that's that. They actually have this is different. And this is also bright red. Okay. I think it's this that they have. Okay. Okay. Yep, that looks right. Right in there. I got one of these things. And then it goes on this one. And that's the passive vent outside. So what this is doing is it puts the hot air through and then it just dumps the hot air, it doesn't recycle it after it's used. Okay. Got a mixer. Right there. It's not red anymore. It's back to the green. Got a mixer there. And I've got one coming straight down from plasma. Okay. Oh, wait, nope. There's an offshoot. Okay, that looks right. And then this one goes all the way to oxygen. Okay, and that is the pipes laid out. This was at max pressure. The primary port is oxygen, and it was at 97. And the side port, which is plasma, was at 3. And that is set. And that is set. And that is on. And that is on. And that is on. And that's already on. And that is now filling up. Okay. Okay. They also have a plasma canister here. So my best guess, I think there's a plasma canister there. Yeah. So my best guess is they empty the plasma canister into the cold loop. And then this turns on. And it's spinning. Okay, so stuff is going through. And then this I need to set on fire. Okay, that's burning. And then I flip this. And now that's going. And we have power. Yes! I did it. I set up the tag. 29.8 kilowatts. Is that a lot? I don't think that's a lot. 34. Okay, it's going up. We have power. I did it. Well, I did what someone else did. Okay, yeah, they definitely used a different color for this one. That's okay. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, 153. That's good. That's good. 181, 192, 205. There we go. Oh, we're good. Okay, we've stopped at 685 even though the maximum seems to be increasing. Okay, 670, that's gone down a bit. Capable of 3.1 million, though. Okay, no, it's gone down. Huh. Okay. Weird. Okay, we're gonna fiddle some more. I'm also gonna double check that my solars are still solaring. Okay, the sun is moving faster. Oh, what? It went way down. Why did it go way down? Oh, but the network loads also went down? I'm confused. It's down to 104.7. Okay. This. High pressure. Really, really hot. And on the other side, 13,000. So, less than half the temperature. Here. Cold loop goes in. 164 degrees Celsius. The cold loop is hot. So if the cold loop is hot, what's on the output? Okay, so it's coming out 500-ish, 550, 560. And it's only getting down to 165. Okay. What if we put a freezer on it? 152. Okay, so that's working. That's working somewhat. It's going down. It's not going down. It's going back up. It was still around like the 160 or something when it was up there. So I could add the other freezer. But I get the feeling it's not gonna do much. It's down to 138. Never mind, it's going back up. Okay, the other thing to consider is that the freezers take power, and if we're taking power and still not getting more power because we have not increased the power output, these are not efficient enough. So these are going to go back where they were. Or they're just going to at least go out of the way. Okay. I'm thinking we extend the radiators. Because that's what's cooling the air. And if it's not getting cold enough, we need more. Oh, it's still green and those are white. That's gonna bother me. But I'm gonna switch it to white, and then I'm just not gonna think about it. Grab the other one. Doesn't fit over other pipes. But there's 3. Okay, hold on. Why is it only going in the center? I'm so confused. Okay. Well, I will have to work with this. Okay, it's just being weird. It's not letting me do it on the sides. Okay, if I do that. Okay, and then I need 1 steel. Okay, now that's connected. So you just gotta do it manually. What does that sound? Super Matter's being weird. Well, this is super janky, but it hopefully works. I'm just leaving the 3rd one as is because it was hard enough getting the rest of them. Hey, there we go. Okay, now it's down in the negatives. So that's good. I think we just need more gas because I think I lost a bunch when I did that. So I think that might be what this thing is for. We can refill the plasma tank. What are we looking at here? Okay, we're up to 232. It's going back up. Temperature. Are there any other gases I can mix with plasma to make it cold? Oh! Input gases, oxygen, plasma, produces trip. With ongoing fire. Huh. Freezon cools air to significantly below freezing temperatures. So would it be possible to make Freezon to put in the cold loop? 90% oxygen, 8% nitrogen, 2% trit. At or below 73. So it has to be freezing to start with. So the good news is this is still low, even if it's no longer negative. So my fix is working, but it could be better, because we're only at 232. So it is making trit. So I also know that this thing is connected to the scrubbers, because it says so. I have an idea. Okay. Okay, I'm going up here. This has storage canisters, and this feels like the place to mix things. It's also a shuttle, maybe, or can quickly become a shuttle. So if I can get the trit out of the burn chamber, just a little bit. So that's what station beacons do. Okay, that's neat. Okay, but we've got pipes already here. Oh, no. Okay, brief detour. We're gonna go get rid of that. Do I want to deal with science while learning atmospherics? Not particularly, but could be fun though. Okay, so I need to keep an eye on the scanner. So when it pulses, I need to be like up here somewhere where it doesn't matter. We should also get a welder just in case. Frequency reduced, power increased. Ooh. I don't know if I want increased power pulses. And it's only a 39-point output. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. You know what? It just places floor instead of replacing floor. This is the perfect place to have a flesh anomaly. I'm a genius. I don't know what the sorry board is for, but I'm going... Ah! Those can stay over there. As long as that puddle had been there. Okay, so I think the RPDs are just bugged. Yeah, that's a bug. So we're doing this the hard way. Putting that there, I can filter the trit out from there. And then the third one will go here to get the nitrogen. Nope. We have a problem. It's not really a problem. It just means this is going this way instead. And then I need a bunch of steel. I've retrieved all of the steel from Science and Cargo, and I am reactivating the AME because I think I might have to turn off the tag very briefly while I rearrange the pipes. Oh, that's dropped way down. Because the pressure's a single atmosphere? What if I add more pressure? Temperature has also gone up. So I think the downside to having more air running through is it's not as efficiently losing temperature. Let's get back to making freeze-on, shall we? So now nitrogen is being split up there. Oxygen's also being split up there, and that will eventually be trit. Nitrogen is required as a catalyst for the reaction. So I kind of want to combine the oxygen and the trit first. No, but trit burns in oxygen. So I combine oxygen and nitrogen first, and then introduce the trit. I should set this up to connect back into the waste to recycle the gases, I think. Okay. Okay, so this is nitrogen. And this is oxygen, and this is waste. Should get the oxygen in there. And the nitrogen in there, so those get mixed. So, need to do some quick math. Because it's 90% oxygen and 8% nitrogen in the total thing, but that's only 98%. So 90% of 100 is what percent of 98? 90 times 98 divided by 100 is 88.2. That's not right. Because it needs to be, I need to have it higher than 90. Okay. I think it's 90 over 98 is what over 100? Which means 9,000 divided by 98, which is 91.8. 8.2, which matches up with that to make 100. Okay. Okay, so this should be the right mix of oxygen and nitrogen, and then I can do 98 and 2 to mix with the trit. Whew, okay.
The emergency shuttle has been called.
Oh dear.
The emergency shuttle has been recalled.
Is space still spaced? It sure is. I don't know why. What if I put a thing there? Or is it spaced just because there is no actual distro set up? That might be why. Where'd my gas analyzer go? Ah. Okay, now it's back up to 217. Still hot, though. Okay. I'm thinking it's gonna take some time to freeze. So if I can extend the pipe. This might be best to do in a spaced environment and actually with radiators, now that I think about it. But I've got pumps to go that way, and I can block it until it's frozen and making freeze on. The plan is the gas comes through here. The pump is off, so it goes up, and then it goes back around in loops until it is cold, and once it is cold, I turn that on and it goes through. Well, I turn that off to stop letting air through while it gets cold. And then, so I'm gonna need another pump to actually move the air through. It's probably incredibly inefficient. However, I'm figuring it out on my own, and that counts for something. Okay. Bunch of radiators. I can open those blast doors to space the area. And then this freeze on. Freeze on filters into connector port. So these are all working. Now it's this. I'm gonna go make sure the AME is running before I shut that off.
The emergency shuttle has been called.
I'm gonna go recall the emergency shuttle again. Okay. Okay, so they're both connected to the same pipe, which means hopefully doing this doesn't cause fire. It very briefly did, but we're fine. We're good. We're good. Okay, and I can just leave that over there. It's fine. I don't have to deal with it. Trit on. So trit goes through. Plasma. It's not 2% trit, though. So I need to filter out the plasma. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So that filters out. I need more oxygen. So I've added another filter. Oh, the inlet is just trit now? No, there's still plasma. I think we're going to turn the two of these on just to reset this a bit. Turn that off. I'm gonna turn that off. Oh! 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 That explains a lot. Okay. That would be why there were random piles of organs. Okay. Analyze this. Mucilin is just trit. 98, 1.9. So close. But it may work. Maybe. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is turn that on. And that on. And we're getting freeze on. Yes! We're getting freeze on. And nitrous oxide. Freeze on. Filter. Turn that off, get that through. Turn that off, turn that back on. But it's freezing. It's making freeze on. Not a whole lot. But I got 26 kPa! It's gonna take a while. But it is working. It is working. I did it. I did. I made freeze on. I need oxygen and nitrogen to be maxed out. I think this is as max as it goes. Yeah. So increasing the pressure does mean that it's harder to freeze. Means this is gonna be real hot. How about here? What have we got up here? This one is freezing. This one, it's still got freeze on. We're getting a lot of freeze on. I say turn that on briefly. Okay, so it's working. It's working. I just need to let it work. Okay, I've got one can mostly full. So we're gonna drag that over and put it in the cold loop. My one worry is that there's still plasma in there. So I feel like I need to vent all the... What if I get rid of the manifold and put it back? That should stop. If I do both of these. Oh, I think that worked. Maybe not. Well, what happens when you mix freeze on and plasma? Oh! um. Okay. It's heating up. That's going in cold. Add some more. Oh! Well, the max number went up. Never mind, it's going down. uh, did I mess it up? I think I messed it up. Okay. Well, we learned things. I successfully set up the tag. I successfully made freeze on. I'd say that's a success.